And we are back with another Minecraft episode. This is Zach, aka Moldy, and this episode was a mistake. I had my microphone muted, so I will do my best in order to dub over what I may or may not have said at any particular moment. And the problem is I can't go back and re-record this because the progress that I have undergone far exceeds this episode, and there's no way that I would ever want to tear it all down and like re-record it. So I'd rather just kind of dub over this one. So this is what I have done as of this episode. On the first episode I only had like 2 or 3 layers down. This one is a good 8 or 9. The outlines that I had put up last episode, like the top ring, is a mistake. I made it too high. So those will come down as soon as my building reaches that height. So I decided that the name of this project is called the HEXquarters, like headquarters, but since it's hexagons, the hex quarter. So right here I think I'm going over like what is the pathways, what is empty. And right here this is pretty crazy. I showed my statistics last episode. I'll do it again. I've dug an insane amount of blocks. That's a good 67,000 blocks dug. And then the tools that I've broken along with it is quite impressive too. Yeah, at this rate, it's going pretty fast. I have already finished building the building. That makes sense. And you'll see that in the 3rd episode, which has not yet been recorded, but it will. So, right here I kinda... Wait. Still going over. Okay. If you notice, the texture pack is different in this one. First episode was vanilla, now I have it in the... It's called Sphax BD texture pack. I used this one like a year ago when I was playing Feed the Beast, but I decided I want to try like the HD version of it. So this is a 128 by 128 texture pack, and I'm getting some frame rate issues only, and it's not because of the texture pack, it's because of rendering, and that'll be fixed, I hope. I'm trying to like nail down the settings. Right here I am going into the Nether to show you some of my favorite blocks in this texture pack. One of the cool things about it is that it involves animation. As seen by the netherrack, it kind of has the globule effect, and it's really cool. I like it a lot better than just default. The soul sand over here also is pretty crazy. It kind of has the like ghostly faces. And the reason I wasn't going to use this block initially within my building, but because of the texture pack I will be. It is the glowstone. The default texture pack for the glowstone isn't that impressive. It kind of just looks like retextured cobblestone. So this one has like a shimmering effect. It kind of looks like hexagons once again. I see a reoccurring theme, but it kind of has like a honeycomb feel to it. And then heading back in, I wanted to show you, oh yeah, the portal animations are pretty interesting. But now is like, if you saw the cobblestone stairs on my buildings, oh wait, before that, I went tree farming for a good hour and a half, and I collected a double chest of wood previously I had got a Unbreaking 3 Diamond Silk Touch pick. So instead of smelting all of my cobblestone, I just dug up the stone and made it into stone bricks. And all of those chests up till that one are filled with dirt, and this entire front row of chests right here is filled up with cobblestone. So I am going to need a massive storage facility. And instead of just like one storage room, that's my kind of tree farm that I was working on. But instead of like a massive storage facility, I have decided that I'm gonna like split them up. So where I store all of my stone is going to be called the masonry. It'll have anything stone related, stairs, slabs, bricks. Another idea is I'll have like a foundry or a forge, and it will have anything metal related, pistons. Oh, not pistons actually. I'll have one place for redstone. That's where the pistons, doors, repeaters, all that fun stuff will be. And then for like the miscellaneous storage room, I have worked out a storage room in creative that I kind of like. So I will try and implement that one into this. So on these hexagons, like the most frustrating thing was to put those stairs underneath, and that was because you had to be like one block lower. So I'm just showing like how I had to do them all, and it will be time-lapsed here in a second, but you literally just have to plop down into the hole, place a couple blocks, jump out, put down some more, and it involves a lot of back and forth. So here's the time-lapse. I didn't actually finish this hexagon because my pick breaks, and it happens on in a couple seconds. But this is kind of what it was like for a good 30 minutes as I did this. So my pick, I think, breaks about here, right there. So I just finished this up. And the reason that I have these cobblestone stairs is to give it a rounded like lip to it. That way the building isn't so straight-sided. I mean, it still is kind of straight-sided, but rounded corners help break the texture a little bit. And that's another thing I noticed with building, is that if you have like something that just repeats over and over, or like smooth walls, it looks kind of basic. So anytime you add like a little bit of a breakup on it, it adds like more detail, and it makes it look more, not professional, but more thought into it. So also right here I am going to be kind of showing the like foundation of it. So right here, like I said, the cobblestone provides a lip. The half slabs go up half a block. That way it kind of adds, once I said, more dimension. So this kind of gives the outer shell right here. In a couple seconds I'll grab wood and then show you what my flooring options look like. Initially I had like the wood options I chose were based in the default texture pack. So I had chose like the dark oak planks and the spruce wood. But since I decided to go with the texture pack, in this one the dark oak and oak look really well together. I'd also planned on using birch wood. I think I said that in the last episode, and that's why I was happy to be in this location. I don't like the birch wood as much. It's too much of a conflict with the dark oak. So I kind of revamped the design style in a couple ways. I reworked it all in creative, and it looks pretty good. And like I said, I as of this recording, I have finished up those hallways, and it looks really good. Right there I'm grabbing some wool. I had a makeshift sheep farm set up, and that is because I need the carpet. So the dirt that I'm grabbing is to put the carpet on, because you can put any block underneath the carpet, you'll never see it. It's just to support it, and I don't want to waste expensive blocks on it. So my hallways are outlined with a strip of the gray carpet to kind of give a outline. I think I just said that. And then inside of that I put the dark oak. And then the 3 blocks inside of that are just normal oak. And I think I might add a pattern here eventually, but because it's not all straight pathways, it might be kind of hard to do that with the diagonal parts. So for lighting on these pathways, like you just saw, I placed the carpet on top of a torch. I had initially thought about using like jack-o'-lanterns, but after getting about a stack of pumpkins, I realized that it would just be easier to put torches under. It wouldn't affect it visually or like physically. So I finished it up with torches. You can't tell any difference. I might break the carpet in the next episode to kind of show you that. But see how it's just straight pathways? I might like change it up a little bit, make patterns. I don't know yet. So on top of this, so that's the basic for the pathway. From here it goes up 1 block. On top of that will be the stained glass. Another block of stone brick, and then a crown molding of like wooden stairs. And then the glowstone I had previously talked about. Even though I have lighting in the floor, if I can farm enough of the glowstone, which I have no idea if I can, it's going to take, once again, an immense amount of glowstone, even though it will be spaced out. I've already farmed some glowstone. There has to be an easier way to get it. So I don't know if I will use it, but if I do use glowstone, it will be within the stairs up top. So last episode I kind of made a makeshift foundry up top in the overworld to kind of show my plans for smelting. I went ahead and made a small little shack here in the nether. This design is probably the least efficient you could ever make, but you can just kind of make it go on forever. So up top you put the cobblestone or sand or whatever you want to have smelted. I'm currently making glass. So the bottom chests are where empty buckets and the final product go. In the middle chests go the lava buckets, and then they all just get sucked into the furnaces and it's happy going. Out here is where I've been grabbing the lava. I'll never ever run out of it, even if I smelt all the stone in the overworld. So pretty much I just take a bucket and take out the lava and then replace it with a block. That way I know where I've taken it from. And that way you don't have flowing lava everywhere. Kind of makes it look a little bit better. So it's anything I build in the nether right now is not going to be very pretty. I don't spend too much time in here. I think eventually, I hope they don't patch it, but you can break holes in the bedrock up top. I think I might build something up there if they don't patch it. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Oh, speaking of patches, the 1.8 update is being worked on. I'm currently on peaceful still. Once that update comes out, they have confirmed that the chicken zombie egg problem thing will be fixed. That way I don't have to worry about lag problems. And another excellent addition to the game is that they're like adding a lock button to the difficulty changer, like where you can choose peaceful, easy, medium, hard. You can lock it permanently, so when you hit the lock button, even if you have your settings on peaceful, the world will always be like medium or hard or whatever you chose. Oh, right there, see. Peaceful. It's like a little lock icon on the side of it. That is good because if I ever have like a pet creeper or whatnot, if I accidentally join in a game on peaceful, it won't despawn and then lose whatever name tag. Or like a zombie if I put armor on him. That way it's just a lot easier. That way you don't have to worry about, oh man, did I switch my difficulty before I joined? Oh man, I hope so. I don't have to worry about that ever. The difficulty that I choose, I'm thinking medium or hard. I don't know which one yet. Put in your comments which difficulty you would like me to play on. So, previously I had this idea of a Hall of Shame. I've never seen it done before. It's kind of like the Hall of Fame, but shame. It's just a recording of all of my deaths. That way I can add like humorous titles to it based on how I died, why I died, and just like different miscellaneous reasons. I'll just have like a hall with item frames, and then the items inside will be named to whatever like death I had. Like if I need to test something out and I die, it'll be like I did it for science or something like that. Some snarky comment on it. So far, since it's peaceful, no deaths, so I don't have to worry about that until the update comes out. But it's just a little spin on counting deaths. I've not seen it done. And in a previous world, I think like maybe 3 people ever saw it, but all of these problems had come up before, like the changing difficulty. I had captured a Halloween skeleton and named it Jack Skellington. I joined in peaceful and it despawned. So that's the reason why I'm pretty happy about some of these changes. In the update 2, they're adding like igneous blocks, like different stone ones. So I might try and terraform with those. But like, see how the edges of this pit are just straight up and down? I want to add either terraforming to it or like vegetation growth. I don't know if this will work, but I might want to try like just like surrounding it in water so that the walls are just blue water. That might look good. Once again, it's not a deep enough pit to know yet. I still have to dig it down quite a bit, because this is only the first layer of hallways. I'm planning on quite a few. So these carpets right here that I'm placing, these are some of my favorite decoration blocks. And I have ideas for like different types of stairways I want to use using these blocks. I just had to work it out, find out what is most modular, I think. Because they're interesting blocks. They take up a full block, but yet if the block beneath it is broke, any carpet on top is also broke. And it's also weak block, so like creeper blows up or you accidentally punch it, you just have to like reset everything. So I think right here I'm just working on the pathway a bit to kind of give a better picture of it. I think I show my glass that I made. I hope I do. If not, I'll explain. The glass in this texture pack I'm not a fan of. I like the default better. But if it's the one block that I have a complaint of out of the entire pack, I'm fine with that. It's just that the colors are a little bit harder to see within this texture pack. I kind of show a side by side of, oh here, right here. So I'm using light gray. It matches with the stone bricks, but yet it also, you can tell it's not just clear glass. So it's kind of like opaque looking, and it's like the most clear of all the glasses in the normal texture pack. In this texture pack though, the normal glass is pretty much nothing blocking its view, like the little pixels. The only thing I don't like about this glass is the borders on it. I think I'd like it better if they meshed together. If you notice too, the stained glass has a weird breaking animation, it just kind of goes invisible. So I'm using the Silk Touch pick that I used to get all my stone. My enchanting table, I've been using like iron tools because I don't want to enchant stuff because the levels take way too much. But that's also in the update, but oh well.